Hey guys, welcome back to Faro Iron & Customs. I'm Michael. Today is part 2 of Febudaily, so it's going to be February the 2nd. Today's video, we are mounting the mini lathe to the bench, but before I mount it to the bench, I want to give it a base. And what I have a pair of old forklift forks that are 7 inches wide, and I'm using the back section of them that are flat, but what I'm going to have to do is cut part of both of them and weld it together to have one continuous piece that's long enough to create a base for the lathe. And the reason why, and you can see where I want to put the lathe, I'll readjust the camera here. I've got a place picked out for it. I want it to be far enough back on the bench that, you know, I'm not going to walk by and hit the handles or whatever and break anything off. I thought about bringing it right to the edge. That would make it probably more comfortable, but further in would make it safer for, you know, the machine not to get damaged or me to get fouled out in it while I was trying to get through the shop. So, like I said, you'll also notice that I did not get the Mazda out of the shop the other day. It's having a running issue, as in it starts and it shuts down just as soon as it starts. So I kind of did some checks. It's not running out of fire. It does have fuel at the rail. I don't know if it's dropping fuel pressure. We have a fuel pressure gauge in the car from when it was turboed, but the gauge is stuck on 40, so I don't know. You know, for some reason it's not working, so I don't even know how much pressure we've got. I want to think it's probably a fuel pump issue. The fuel pump is running in the car, so it may not be a fuel pump issue. But like I said, when I unplugged the line, it didn't seem to have a tremendous amount of pressure at the fuel pump. So maybe, maybe not. The only thing I really see online is it said problems with mass airflow. So I don't know. I've got a pump coming. I've got another mass airflow coming, and we're going to try that. And if you know, if it don't work, we're going to have to do a little bit deeper diagnostic on it and try to figure out. But it's just it's blowing my mind how it fires up and shuts right off. Like I said, it's not fire. I have run it off a straight brake cleaner, and it'll sit there and run as long as you're giving fuel to it. So it's definitely a fuel related. Either the ECM's cutting the fuel off, or it's just not got the pressure. And I kind of feel like it's the pump, since it's sat for almost a year since we ran it last. But anyway, we're going to get out of that and we're going to get into this. So alright guys, I've repositioned that camera so y'all could see. I have scribed a line. I'm going to have to cut halfway one way and cut halfway the other way because it's a 7-inch blade, or a 7-inch wide forklift fork. So I don't think I'd be able to cut it if I laid it over. If you've ever tried to chop with a chop saw like that, it doesn't work very well. So we're going to get after it. You may just see the end of the cuts, but we'll do this first one a little bit. Alright guys, that says it's been going for about 3 minutes and a half or so. So I'm definitely going to speed that up. Probably not going to make y'all watch cutting all. I've got to make 4 cuts in total. So, and I'm also going to let the, it doesn't, don't think it's hot. I don't want to kill my chop saw. That would suck. That would totally negate the point of using used steel if you burn up a $200 chop saw, right? Or however much they're selling for nowadays. Alright, well, I'm going to get this stuff cut and we'll come back. Alright guys, I got one cut out. I'm letting the chop saw cool. And I'm beveling this plate, getting it ready to weld them together. What I would normally do if I had my torch is use my torch to do this, but I'm gonna try to use I already did one side, so I know it should do a pretty good job. I'm gonna use the plasma to cut the bevel for the weld to go in. Okay, it was not too bad. It's a little thick. I'm doing about a 1/2 inch cut, so that's probably the limitations of the cutter. But you know, we're just trying to do what we can do to make it easy as we can. We'll come back and grind that up, and it'll be ready to weld. All right, I'm gonna get the other one cut out. Let's not burn up the plasma lead. There we go. I'll get the other one cut out and we'll get it ready to weld and we'll be back. Alright guys, so that did pretty good. Funny thing, I wish I had the camera rolling. Well, maybe not so funny, but not so funny, haha, but it would have made for a good video. When I was chipping that little bit of dross off at the end, it fell right down in my daggone area and ended up right in the bottom of my foot. So I'm gonna run in the house and get bandaged up, and that's probably where I'm gonna leave this at, part one for mounting this lathe. For Febudaily part 2, I'll come back tomorrow, unless I feel like getting back out here tonight. And I mean, I just want to get this foot wrapped up and make sure it don't get infected or nothing. Anyway, so y'all don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back tomorrow and I'll finish this up tomorrow and we'll go from there.